Here we are, day 6, working on this pond cleaning. Yesterday, during day 5, I had both pumps going finally. I had this one here, and then I had the other one over there on the bank next to that old doghouse pump right there. And I had both of them going, and then ran into a problem with the old blue pump that was over there by that way. Stick got into it. It wasn't a regular stick, one of them old vine type sticks. Got in there and it got tangled up in the propeller, and so I tried getting it out yesterday, but couldn't do it. I'm gonna have to break it down a little bit more this morning so I can get it going also. But for now, at least I got the old red one here going, so it's working. You can see it pumping, and it's got it going right there. And we doing its job, so let's go get the old one, the blue one, fixed and get it going too. Here's the blue pump I got to work on. When I first set up this idea about the pipe system, the way I'm doing it now, I did use, now of course this is a 4-inch pipe here. This is just a 2-inch section, the bigger section of the 2-inch. Now you see this little wire piece right here. That's what I use to go over the top of the 4-inch inlet pipe, to sort of help try to stop any sticks or large debris from going down inside the opening and possibly clog it up. But even this right here, with all those pieces on it, and I only had like this bar, this section of wire, and this other section of wire here that was going across the hole, the 4-inch hole. You know, you would think, okay, well that's not enough to stop anything, but like I mentioned before about how thick this duckweed is in my pond, it is so bad that even those two little lines were causing it to clog up right there at the opening of the 4-inch pipe. So I ended up having to take it off altogether. So when I had both pumps going yesterday, I had the 4-inch opening, the inlet, with no kind of mesh screen or anything over it, just the plain opening of the 4-inch pipe. And by doing so, I knew that it'd be a chance of it getting clogged up with something, but I just figured that's a chance we're gonna have to take, because putting any kind of screen over the top of it just clogged it up too fast because of how thick this duckweed is in this pond. So yesterday, like I mentioned a while ago, had a piece of vine, wasn't a real long piece, but a piece of vine that got sucked down into the pipe, and I saw it when it happened, but it happened too quick. There was no way I could get back down into the water to stop the vine from going in, but sure enough, it sucked it down into the pipe and it clogged it up right here. Now it was still running and still allowing some water to go through the system and out the hose, but it was not much water at all. So it definitely wasn't sucking anything down, in no duckweed or debris through the pipe at the inlet, but it was allowing some water to go through the system, so it didn't lock it up or anything. It just sort of jammed it up in there and wouldn't allow it to turn good. So yesterday I took this inlet pipe off of the inlet connection and reached up in there, and I could feel the twig, the vine, and I tried my fingers to get it, couldn't get it. I took this part off, which you see it's loose, because when I put it back on yesterday, I just sort of tightened up these bolts right here. But anyhow, I took this piece off and reached down in there with my pliers trying to pull it out, and I only got little sections at the time. So I knew right away that there was no way to get it all out of there with just this piece off, so I'm gonna have to take this whole cover here off so I can get all that vine out of there and anything else that might be in there. Go ahead and get it cleaned out, put it back together, then I'll get it back down to the pond and get it going. Well, after getting the outer cover off, you can see that this right here just sort of sits there in place. Nothing bad right there, but right here you can see all kinds of gunk tangled up in there. This all clogged up right here, then the thing can't pump water because this turns, which pulls the water through. We got a big old stuck piece right there. Another piece stuck right there. So all those little pieces of wood get in there and get stuck. Basically it clogs it up because it can't pump water like it's supposed to. But now it's cleaned out. Now I just got to put the cover back on, bolt everything down good. And one good thing about these right here, everything has a rubber seal, so I don't have to have a special gasket and don't have to use any type of glue on it to seal it up. So just got a rubber seal here, and every single one of these connections have a rubber seal on it. So just have to make sure it's clean around the rubber seal, put it back together and tighten it down. Finally got both of them going again. Now you see right there my hose done popped out. I got to put it back in the screen, but got both of them going. Old blue put back together. You see it sucking down right there. And then over here got the old red still going. So let me get this hose back in here because it's pointless for it to be blowing right back in the pond without being filtered. I tell you what, this sure is working. You look out there where my fountain spray is at. You can see how broken up it's getting. And look right across there. You see how broken up it's gotten already, because everything's getting pulled to this side of the pond. So it's working. If I can just get on out here every day for a couple hours every day, I'll have it cleaned up in no time. I can see that right now. It's working. Oh, and if you're wondering about all that, right there looks like big old Easter eggs. Well, that's what they are. Big, giant Easter eggs. Got some more over here. Some more right here. Where they were in a box that came out that old trailer before it got tore down. And the wind and all not only knocked down these trees over here that I got to get up, but it blew trash into the pond, and it blew these giant Easter eggs all over the place. But I got to fish all that out. So anyhow, that's just more work added to the pile. Right now, main objective, get all this duckweed out of here, and we're working on that.